So, Sierra Leone.
11 years of civil war killed at least 50,000 people and forced 500,000 from their homes.
Diamonds, right?
Rebel fighters enslaved locals to dig for so-called blood diamonds.
Natural disasters.
We've just been to the site where the mudslide happened on Monday.
The number of the missing is still unknown.
A crowd of people had gathered near a fuel tanker that had been involved in a collision. A bus full of people nearby was completely burned.
Health crisis.
Go to the deadly Ebola outbreak.
The world is losing the fight against Ebola.
Rape and gender-based violence.
5-year-old Khadija Soko was raped and killed in Sierra Leone in June.
On this note, ladies and gentlemen, I therefore declare rape and sexual violence as national emergency.
What if I told you there is a different Sierra Leone than what the media has led us to believe? This is Sierra Leone. What's up, Manatees? Well, today I leave the US for the third time this year in 2021, and this time I'm heading back to Sierra Leone for 2 months. I'm not sure how I feel. I feel nervous, I feel excited, I feel honestly a little scared, but I am super excited to get back to Sierra Leone and just have an incredible time. We are just about to take off. We are currently on a runway in a country called Burkina Faso. I have no idea if I'm saying that correctly, but at this point I have been flying for well over 24 hours and I'm completely tired and confused on what time it is and where I am. But we will be arriving to Freetown soon, and once we get to Freetown the craziness begins, because the airport there is always an experience, and then I have to make my way over with all my bags to the guest house and hopefully have an arrangement there, but I will check back in when we land. Just landed in Freetown. Fun begins. It's so unbelievably humid. It's like the most humid day back home in the US, and it's just the first day I'm here. So humid. Thank you, brother. Just got my visa. Baggage. This time around is a lot more chill. All my bags are here, and that I can pick everything up and make my way across to the guest house. Age, 23.
Look at telephone number. Young boy.
Yeah. I was called Hindawa last time I was here.
Hindawa is a big
Hindawa,
man.
big man. Yeah, that's me.
Hindawa.
Hindawa.
Hindawa, you welcome, right?
Yes, yes. Baika.
So you meet your auntie.
Mm-hmm.
You know what auntie means?
No.
Your mother. Your
Mother?
Yes, your
Auntie.
mother's sister.
Okay.
The sister of your mother. The younger sister of your mother.
Got you.
Your name?
Hindawa.
Dustin. Hindawa. Dustin.
Justin.
Dustin with the D.
Yes, Justin. Hindawa.
Hindawa.
Hindawa Justin.
Mm-hmm.
Coming. Let me swap my son.
Yeah. That's it. No, now. friends are done.
Yes. Wait out there then?
Yes, you have to wait for 15 minutes for the rapid result, right?
Yes, I will go exchange money.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Auntie.
The ones that collect the money,
Yeah.
they have come, right?
Yeah, they're right in there.
All right.
I will be right back. Man, that frickin' hurt. How much for 100?
1,090,000.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Better than last year.
Yeah, it's different.
This is all of it?
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, brother. The ladies who did my COVID test asked me for a tip, and I told them I would, so I'm gonna go back in. Thank you, Auntie. Yes. Now that I did it, people saw everyone wants me to give them some money. That's kind of how it goes. But now we just wait for my COVID results and then I can leave. Alright, got my test results. I'm negative. Now I have to show this like slip of paper to the military outside and then I'm good to go. And then I have to carry all my bags across the street to the guest house and hope to God that they know that I'm coming. So I have a place to stay tonight. So let's hope. So we just made here to Sierra Leone. It was my easiest experience at the airport of the 3 times I've been here, but I think it's because we came in the middle of the night and I kind of knew what I was doing, so I got through with the COVID test, got my money exchange, got all my luggage. I got a bag here, 50-pound bag on my back, and 2 50-pound bags on the ground that I'm now carrying across the road to a guest house that supposedly is taking me in for the night and knows I'm coming. I really hope they do, but it's hard to carry all this stuff on my own. But I've had tons of people ask me for them offering for help, but I know that, you know, they're gonna want a bunch of money out of me, which I'm not gonna do at this point. So I'm just gonna take breaks along the way and make it to the guest house. I'm about halfway there, sweating unbelievably. Granted, I have a hat on and a sweatshirt, which is not the move, but when I'm coming from Minnesota in October and it's windy and cold, it is what it is. But I'm about halfway and now the road turns to dirt. You can't even see because it's dark out, but everything's really muddy. It's still kind of in the tail end of the rainy season, but we're gonna trek our way along and try to make it to the guest house. Okay, so made just to the corner where the guest house is, and I had to stop because I was losing grip, and I don't know, just kind of a weird human experience just walking, you know, the streets of Sierra Leone in West Africa by myself with a couple 100 pounds of luggage. But I absolutely love it. But we're gonna get into the guest house here and see if they know that I was coming and or if they have a room, because if they don't, I have no idea what to do. So hopefully it works out. Well, this is not a good sign. Hopefully someone's on the other side of the door. So I made it all the way from the airport, walked all the way across to a guest house that supposedly my person I know here in the country prearranged for me to come to. When I got to the gates of the guest house, I knocked a few times and there was no response. Because I've been here before, I just assumed that the people working were probably asleep, which was the case. I just had to stand out there for 10-15 minutes and bang loud enough for them to hear me. But now I am in my room, as you can see. It's just a normal bed and a bathroom. There is no running water, so that's nice. And the total cost for tonight was 250,000 leones, which was $25, which in my opinion is extremely expensive for, you know, this country, considering the amenities that I have. I just have a bed and that's about it. I don't have any running water. I do have a fan, which is nice, but it is what it is. I'm glad I at least have somewhere to stay tonight rather than being out on the streets. So I'm gonna get a couple hours of sleep here, and then I'm going to wake up in the morning and catch the ferry all the way to the other side of Freetown and meet my friends who hopefully will be there. And if they're not, I will figure out what to do next. I'll see you guys in the morning. It is about 5:30. We are heading from the guest house to the ferry. I'm extremely tired, but let's get it. Good morning. It is about 5:30 here in Sierra Leone, and I have a taxi picking me up, bringing me to the ferry. It's extremely early. I am extremely tired. I've probably only slept for about 3 hours, but we are heading towards the ferry with all the luggage and taking that across to Freetown, meeting my friends, and then continuing on with our day. $40,000? That's all I have. 40,000. That's all I have. That's not small.
So you take care.
How much?
Give me about 50.
50?
Yeah. Probably 2 kilos. Pizza. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Come on. Good morning.
Good morning.
I have a good friend here. You're a good friend, man.
So now everyone's grabbing my stuff, which I don't know if it's the right thing to do, but I don't know what to do at this point. It's dark. But I gotta take the speedboat now instead of the ferry, is what Hindelo recommended that I do, since it'll be quicker. So we are now at the ferry port, and I talked to Hindelo, and he recommended that I take the speedboat that starts at 7 a.m. rather than wait till 8 a.m. for the ferry. But I'm just standing out here with about 20 people around me, just asking me a bunch of questions, where I'm from, what I do, offering me a place to sit down. So I don't know, it's kind of fun. But still dark out. Sun will be up soon, which will be nice, so I can at least have my bearings on where I am. The nice thing is I've been here before, so I'm not really too concerned. But now it's just a waiting game till the speedboats start going, and we can head across to Freetown. The coconut man just showed up, so I think it's about time I get my first coconut being here in the country.
Government don't be nice. Call you.
Clear. Just it's okay.
I have no idea what I'm agreeing to.
You have to do your name. Tell them I say, I know you got on
Yeah, not really sure what's going on. They just are all gathering and asking me questions that I don't fully understand, but it is what it is.
Yes, sir. How
much?
Only 8,000. I say no.
Who do I pay?
Come on, take it. Take it, man.
Thank you, sir.
So, we'll finish with you now. It's one year. He said, Babu, I will all see.
Thank you, brother. You okay? So we made it onto the speedboat, and everyone who was around us moving my stuff onto the speedboat made sure that they asked me for money, and I for sure paid 100,000 leones for the boat ride plus all my stuff, which I believe was overcharged, and then everyone started asking me for money, so I probably paid another 100,000, which is another $10 just to various people. So yeah, I mean, I don't really know how to get out of it other than I'll just give them some money, which is no big deal to me. It is what it is, and it's just something I'll have to learn how to negotiate as I continue on traveling alone here. I will say, once I get to the other side in Freetown and I meet Abdul and we make it to the house in Wellington, my first objective is getting some cassava because I am so hungry and I'm craving it. And I don't know if I had mentioned, but my brother Abdul, who's picking me up, he has no idea that I'm here in the country. I think Hindalo told him that my name was Sage Carroll, and so he was sent down here to meet a friend named Sage, but has no idea that I'm coming. He just messaged me this morning saying he would like to see me sometime in December if it was possible, so it'll be pretty awesome to see him and surprise him that I'm here.
Give up.
Good to see you.
Thank you, man. What are we talking this morning?
You had no idea I was coming. So now that we're in Freetown, this is the part where everyone's asking us to get on their motorbikes and everyone gathers around us. So we have now made it here to the house in Wellington, and it almost feels like I never left, even though I have been gone for probably about 8 months. I left in February, if my math is correct, but I'm here with my brother Abdul behind me, and I'm just very grateful to be back. We are unpacking, and we'll have to get some food in us because I have not eaten since yesterday, but I'm gonna drink some bag water, unpack, relax, and enjoy our day. So we just got settled in, all my bags are inside, and I am absolutely starving, so we are gonna head down and get some food and hopefully find some cassava. So we have just finished up with our meal, and now we are going to head back to the house in Wellington. I am completely stuffed, but that was a very good first meal here in Sierra Leone. I have not slept much, only about 3 hours in the last 24 hours, so I'm gonna head back to the house, get some sleep, and feel better for the rest of the day, because I do believe we are heading to Bow this evening so that we can be closer to the start of the walk for Sunday. We are back at the house in Wellington. I feel so stuffed. I did this to myself last year where I forget how much rice fills me up, and so I will eat and then get a little more, and by the time I'm done and it catches up to me, I am so unbelievably stuffed. But I'm gonna get a couple hours of sleep here and rest up for the evening, and I will check back in when we are on our way to Bo.